welcome everyone, and welcome to my another YouTube video. In this video, we are going to discuss about a very basic question: that what is a sentence in English language? What is a sentence? What is the definition of the sentence? How the different words group together to make a meaningful sentence, and then we are going to discuss about its different kinds, like kinds of sentences, and then phrase and clause. So let us start. What is a sentence? A sentence is the basic unit of written communication. It is the basic unit, it's the first and foremost unit. And a sentence must have these three elements: a subject, necessarily, a predicate, and a complete thought. Predicate means it should have an object, it should have a verb. Now, subject is the doer of an action, subject is the initiator of an action, that is a source of an action. Verb will tell you what is the action, and object is optional. Object is something that subject is working on, so that is optional. In some of the sentences there is no object, but the sentence is complete. So the third point, a complete thought, that is a must for sentence. It should have a complete idea, it should have a complete thought, and the listener should understand completely what the speaker means. So, to edit your effective writing, you must have a basic understanding of what a sentence is and what is not. So, you should have the basic understanding of a sentence. You should have a basic understanding of the components of sentence, most necessarily. Let's come to the types of the sentences. We have here number one, assertive or declarative sentence, that is also called statement sentences. This sentence relates to facts, thoughts, opinion, and end with a full stop. Full stop is called in like British English, and in American English we call it a period. For example, David loves traveling with friends. So it's a complete thought, it's a complete sentence. David is the subject, loves verb, and traveling is basically the object. And second is imperative sentences. Imperative means giving commands, requests, orders, suggestions, advices, instructions. So an imperative sentence expresses an order, request, command, and suggestion. For example, go to the grocery shop. Now, the tone of the sentence would suggest whether it is an order or it's a suggestion. For example, if you're searching for something and your neighbor suggests you that this particular thing you'll find in the grocery shop, so he or she can say, go to the grocery shop. Now, this is a suggestion, this is an advice, this is not an order. But if somebody says, go to the grocery shop right now, go to the grocery shop with a very serious tone, okay, that means that's a command, that's an order. And if the same sentence is said, go to the grocery shop please, so that becomes a request. Third form is interrogative. Interrogative sentences, it means a sentence that asks a question and ends with a question mark. For example, when did he will come, sorry, it can be when will he come from the market, or how long does it take to finish this essay. So that is a interrogative. And number four, exclamatory. It means that something that is exclaimed, expressed, a sentence that expresses something or unexpected or some extraordinary emotion. For example, please talk to me now. Now, on one side, it's a request. Please talk to me now. But if it is said with outburst of emotion, that becomes an exclamatory sentence. Next important topic is the difference between phrase and clause. As you can see in the chart here, phrases do not contain subject. Why? clauses contain subject and predicate. So we do not have any subject, do not have any verb, we do not have a complete thought in phrase. But in contrast, we have the subject, we have the verb, we have the complete thought in clause. Phrases cannot convey the complete meaning, and clause will convey a complete meaning. And phrase cannot stand alone. It means if you just read the phrase, you will not get an idea, you will not understand what the speaker is saying. But if you read the clause, that can stand alone. That is a full, complete sentence. For example, we have a sentence here: he paints a wall with brush. He paints a wall with a brush. Now, here we know that he is subject, paints is verb, and wall is an object. But can you tell me what is the phrase and what is the clause here? If I say a phrase does not contain subject, a phrase does not contain verb, and a phrase does not contain a complete idea, so that means the later part of the sentence is the phrase, and the former part of the sentence is the clause. Because the starting part, like he paints a wall, it has all the um, important things, like it has subject, it has verb, it has object. So that means he paints a wall, it's a complete thought, it's a complete idea. That makes it a clause. And the later part, with a brush. So even if you hear this word with a brush, do you understand anything? Can you make out what does the speaker mean? All the um, important things, like it has subject, it has verb, it has object. So that means he paints a wall, it's a complete thought, it's a complete idea. That makes it a clause. And the later part, with a brush. So even if you hear this word with a brush, do you understand anything? Can you make out what does the speaker mean? No. That makes it a phrase because it does not have the necessary components. I hope this topic is clear. If there are like any other topics which you want me to make videos on, please let me know. Thank you for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz.